So Mikko, why is first base over there?
Well, that's a good question, and I'm not sure if I know the answer, but anyway, the bases go like zigzag, and like we can see Aalto's running there. He's running towards second base now, so it's not a diamond shape as in baseball.
And so second base is over there. Where's he going now?
Now he's going to third, obviously.
Okay, so there's third.
Yeah.
Are there any more bases?
Well, yeah, then he needs to go around the corner when he goes home. And he's leaving now. Now he's turning the corner. There's a flag there, and now he arrived back to the home base.
And that's a run.
That is a run, yeah. And there's only a small space where you need to land, or if you're diving, to reach home base. So that's how we run the bases in Pesäpallo.
Sure, but there are a number of different coloured lines on the field. Which ones are we using?
In the men's game, we're using the white ones, but the yellow ones are used for women's games and also for some junior games. So that is a big difference, and also the measurements are different on the backfield. So the field is shorter for women's games than it is for men's game.
And so we've got the sidelines and a back line as well. Now I've seen when a ball lands in play and goes out of bounds, is that still in play?
It is. There are some restrictions, like for example here you can see the stands on the third base side, on the left hand side. So if the ball goes there, it is in play, but the runners can only run like two bases. But if the ball hits inbounds and it hits the ground inbounds and then just bounces over there where you can see a bit of forest or so, it is in play. And it's like if you can hit it there, it's the odds are that it's a home run.
So how do you get a home run in Pesäpallo?
By getting to third base. So you don't need to get to home base like all the way. You can stay in third base, and after that you can try to score another run too.
So it's like scoring a triple in baseball. Or what happens if you hit it out of the park without it hitting the ground?
That's a foul. That is a foul. And if it's the third hit, unlike in baseball, it's an out. So you don't get another try. So if it's a foul on a third, it's automatically an out.
Now, where we're standing at the moment, there's a number of semicircles. What do these mean?
Well, these are divided so that these are for the batter and the pitcher. This is for the umpire, and each team can name one person who can also stand in between these lines. And the further line is that the other players in offense, they need to stand behind this line because of the visibility, so that all the spectators can see the home base.
And presumably they're not crowding the umpire as well.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, that of course you want to apply the pressure on the umpire, but yeah, that is the main thing, and so that's why you have these lines in the home base.
There we go.
Okay, so there we saw basic things about the field. The color of the field changes sometimes, so depending on where you're watching the game, here we have a red field. Sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's green, but here in Helsinki we have a red field. Now, you were talking about the lines there that were drawn to the field. There are yellow and white lines, and today, because this is a men's game, we're using the bigger field setup, so it's the white lines. Yes. Don't get confused with the yellow ones, you can just disregard them. But you could also see blue lines on the field. What is that?
Yeah, that's a very good point that I forgot to mention there. Those are meant for kids' games, and they go sideways, which is very practical if you want to have simultaneous games at a time. So So that's why the blue lines are there, and they can also be quite misleading. But yeah, just focus on the white ones today.
Exactly. Focus on the white lines. Also, the turf, what is it made of?
It is artificial turf that has sand in it, so it's like it is only used in Pesäpallo. In no other sport we cannot play, for example, football on this field. It is like you play with spike shoes, and so it's specifically made for this sport. And yeah, it's also good for the diving, that the sand there. So that's what it's made of.
Yeah, and it's actually quite hard.
It is. You can probably see it today, even though there's been a bit of rain. You can see some high bounces also. Like this later on in the summer, the surface tends to be quite hard, and the bounces can be quite surprising for the outfield as well.
Yes, exactly. Okay, that's about the field.